Hi, it's Barry. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm really excited to share with you some of the goodies in the Cloth and Paper March Intention Box. So the theme for March is Elevate Your Daily Routine. And of course, there'll be some planning for your wardrobe. I'll also show you some alternative uses for the products and of course a hack or two along the way. And don't forget to stay tuned till the end because there's a new giveaway for March. So the new dashboard, which is clearly something brand new for planners, is unbelievable. It is extremely thick and durable. It is actually embroidered. And I was shocked when I actually saw this in person. I've been watching on Instagram, looking at all the sneaks that Cloth and Paper has been providing, and I couldn't imagine it would be this beautiful. I'll do my best to show you everything, but I can tell you it is much more beautiful in person than what you are seeing on the screen. My thoughts for this are right inside one of the clear covers would make a beautiful new planner just because this is so exquisite. And I'm still thinking about how I want to use the ensemble dashboard. This one that I'm showing you here is in a half letter, but you will receive it in your planner size that you're signed up for with your subscription. And if you haven't subscribed, you have until March 15th to do so. This would be a great month to do it because there is so much value in here. The color of this dashboard is ristretto, and of course we have other ristretto things, and you'll see some of the things that coordinate in this box in the ristretto color. I'm sure you've all been seeing the sneaks of the sticky note swatches. It comes on a ring, and there are 3 of them, and it's a full sticker pack. They're the typical 3x3. However, they're all matte, but they're all different materials. So this one is the linen texture, and this one is the most textured out of all of them. This one is Fave, and it is textured, but not as much so as the linen. And then there's the satin, which is extremely smooth. And I think this color palette is just terrific. I was thinking about how I could use this, and I tested a few things. One thing that you can do is actually hang this up somewhere. I mean, they're together so that you can take them with you, but it would be a very convenient way to store them. So I was thinking, where would I hang them and how would I do that? And what I found was one of the magnetic clips might really help. So I tested a few of the magnetic clips that we have received or purchased from Cloth and Paper, and this style will work the best. So what you can do is simply put this, and it doesn't have to be this specific one. I mean, one in black leather, this favorite one in silver, and I'm sure you all have lots of other ones. Once you have that on here, then anywhere where a magnet would work for you, you can hang it up. In my office, what worked really well when I tested this out was my microphone stand on my desk has a great area for magnets, and this holds very strongly, and I also just think it's really pretty to look at. So another thing I tried is this just happens to be pens and some pencils, and if you have something tall in there, you can simply loop this around and have it hang up so that, at least for me, it fits perfectly on the side of my pencil cup. I'm sure you all will have lots of other ideas. You can also separate these if you store your sticky notes another way and you prefer to have them in with your other sticky notes. Obviously, it's all up to you. As you can see, the colors coordinate beautifully. And I pulled out one of my E-clips in the ristretto, and that, of course, coordinates beautifully. And then we got these great leather dividers in the same ristretto color. And you get 12 dividers, and they are stickers that are leather. And the way they work is you pull the sticker off, and then you would take the area where you want this, figure out where you want it to line up, and then what you're going to do is place the tab portion so that it goes like that on the page, and then it meets, and it's very sticky, and then it will fold and meet it on the other side so that it creates the tab, and you place them wherever you want. When I'm doing something like this, not in a video, but when I'm setting up a planner with things like this, one of the things I do is lay it all out and maybe put a little measurement of where I want it to go, just because I am fussy, and if it doesn't look right to me when I'm done, I'm not going to be happy, but that's me. The texture on these is great, and the color matching of the ristretto is really great. And before I move away from these sticky notes, I want to talk about the new packaging. It is phenomenal. It's really soft, pliable plastic, and it's got a Ziploc top. So you can obviously put these back in there, but you can also use this to store other things. I will not be losing these, and I hope we're going to be seeing these more in the future because they're extremely useful. Likewise, the wrapper for the pens this month is in the new material. I just love it, and these are all getting saved and will be just great for storage of things. We got 2 pens this month, 2 of my all-time favorite brands. The Uniball Signo, this one is a 0.5, and I actually have had this pen before in a 0.3, and it is a very, very thin nib. So the 0.5 actually is one of the ones that's okay for me, and I actually did some writing in it that I'll show you in a minute. It's got the metal tip. It has a very comfortable area over here for the grip, and I just think it's really nice and minimal, and I love the gold accent on it. The second pen that we got was the Kuretake Zig Clean Color Dot, and if you've been around for a while, you know I love my clean color dot markers. The 2 color dot markers that I use the most are the black and the platinum, and I have tried all the different brands of dot markers because I love dot markers, and I've been always trying to find the perfect olive green one, and I can't tell you how many I have purchased that are not the perfect one. The one in our box is a fluorescent yellow, and I've had a yellow one before, but I didn't love the yellow. This is great because it a little bit of it goes a long way to highlight things. And this is one of the singles, so it's only on one side and you can see through. Now, if you don't know much about dot markers help organize lists. And the way it works is you just press down and it makes a complete dot. Depending on how hard you press will be the size of the dot marker. I find it helps organize lists. I just use them all the time. As you can see, pressing down, you're going to get these beautiful, perfect dots. And if I press and hold it even harder, it will be a little bit bigger. And then if I do it more lightly, it will be a little smaller. So you can experiment with that. You can also use this to somehow highlight. You can use it to underline, just make like a check mark or whatever. A little goes a long way because it's so bright. So the insert that comes in this box is the weekly block planner inserts. And you'll get it in whatever size your box is, and this is in half letter, as you can see. So I looked at a couple of ways that I wanted to use this, and I'm sure I'm going to come up with more. It's just great. You've got the days of the week going down here. You can put the date up at the top, and then you have 4 boxes for each day. And you have the same thing on the back. And of course, one of the things this is intended for is to use it for wardrobe planning, and I found that coming in very handy for me. You could also do it for to-do lists and priorities, etc. So here's 2 ways I set mine up. So I'm getting ready to head out on a trip, and I'm looking at the clothing that I need for this trip. So the way I laid mine out is, what do I need for early morning, for during the day? Am I making any changes for the evening, and any miscellaneous that would go along with that? So for example, early in the day, I've got exercise stuff because I enjoy exercising when on vacation, and it also makes me more comfortable to go a little outside of the box on dinner. So midday, I have different things going on and traveling, actually leaving before this starts, and then traveling in between as I have another flight and then traveling home. Looking at the weather, it looks like I'm going to have rain quite a bit, unfortunately, but I will make do and I will find things to do, not a problem. And this was kind of fun to lay out, and I will also have this on its way in a CP Petite, so it works perfectly for sticking in my on-the-go travel planner to remind me. So this will be good to try to plan out. And of course, I will pack extra things beyond this because I just always overpack because I'm always afraid I'm going to need more things and want to make changes. What can I tell you? If you guys have any way of curing me of this, I would love to hear it. So I forgot to mention that for all of this, I used the Uniball Signo that came in the box, the 0.5, and it was so easy to write with. I think some of you know that I've had surgery on my hand and I have really bad arthritis. So finding pens that glide very well is important to me so that I am not putting too much strain on my hands. So this is the second idea that I had for using this. And I started that for this week, wellness track. I wanted to track my training, my cardio, my eating, my stress, and my sleep. So for example, under the training yesterday, I had personal training with Kevin. I love that and look forward to it every week. And then I did elliptical on my own for 45 minutes. I ate really clean under my goal. I've been really trying to stay very squeaky clean before going on vacation because I know I will be indulging quite a bit. In terms of stress level, I decided to do it on a scale of 1 to 5. I think that can tell me some other things and how other things are going. I have been really bad at getting enough sleep, so I've been really pushing myself on that. And so I'm recording the hours of sleep from the night before. I think I need an additional method there, and I think I'm going to go back and use maybe a sticker or use a dot marker because, for example, here 7.5 hours of sleep sounds good, but it was actually very restless sleep and I woke up several times during the night, so that needs to be marked different from a night where I have good solid sleep all the way through. In the training column, I know exactly what I'm going to be doing during the week, so I marked those down, but the rest of the things I have to wait until I can track myself on. And obviously, if I didn't do these things, I would need to write something in there. So I hope that was helpful. I'm really curious to know what you think of the box and how you plan to use things. For the month of March, I'm giving away an assortment of cloth and paper products, and it's so easy to enter. All you have to do is like the video, be sure you're subscribed to my channel, and leave a comment below. Make sure you're subscribed to my email list. If you're not, there's always a link below in the description box and always on my Instagram. If you do sign up for the email, you will receive an email back asking you to confirm, and you must do this to be subscribed. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time around.